Charles Hickey, age 25 years and single, residing with his mother at 514 Burdett Street, met with a most unusual death Saturday morning. Just before 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, Charles got up, hastily downed a cup of steaming coffee, and proceeded upstairs for a bath. Around 8:30, his brother George, working at the New Orleans National Bank, attempted to use the bathroom, only to find the door firmly locked. George recalled not having seen Charles leave the house, so he knocked loudly on the door. Getting no response, he looked through the keyhole and saw his brother's bare legs hanging over the edge of the tub. Putting his shoulder to the door, he quickly broke it open. He found Charles's head and body underwater, and the young man, to all appearances, was dead. He immediately summoned Dr. Menagra, who also resides on Burdett Street. Together, they lifted the young man out of the tub, and the physician attempted to resuscitate him. His efforts were all in vain. The theory from the doctor is that the reason for his backward fall into the tub might have been attempting the bath too soon after drinking coffee. At Rockaway Beach, a tragic incident unfolded involving F.R. Schultz of Brooklyn. Around 9:30 in the morning, while about 50 feet from the shore, Schultz suddenly encountered distress in the surf. Witnesses observed him throwing up his hands, despite the water level being below his shoulders. Struggling intensely, he eventually plunged into the surf. Lifesavers Albert Cameron and Richard Ellard rushed to assist and pulled Schultz ashore. He appeared to be in the throes of strangulation. Amidst the desperate attempt to save him, lifesaver Ellard made a startling discovery by reaching into Schultz's throat and retrieving an upper set of false teeth on an ordinary plate. Zach Perkins, a Baptist minister residing 9 miles northeast of La Signa, faced a tragic loss as his wife passed away at the age of 55 due to an unusual illness. Enduring a prolonged infection of the nasal mucosal membrane, she suffered greatly as the disease led to an infestation of maggots within her nasal passages, as well as the surrounding areas of her head. This distressing condition persisted for 8 agonizing days. After an arduous battle, Dr. Mendenhall from the nearby city managed to remove the final among a significant number of parasites. However, despite this intervention, she lived for merely 48 hours more before succumbing to the devastating effects of the ailment. In Marshall, Texas, on June 6th, the passing of Miss Jane Webster, a highly regarded and accomplished young woman, marked a deeply distressing event. Approximately 2 weeks ago, she bent down to embrace and kiss a young child, inadvertently pricked her knee with a pin on the child's clothing. Initially seen as a minor incident, the area soon became inflamed, leading to a progression that culminated in lockjaw and, ultimately, her untimely demise. Tragic events unfold in the small village of Mishawaka, Indiana. Within the past 24 hours, this town has been struck by 3 heartbreaking losses. Nicholas Matthews collapsed and passed away suddenly. Mrs. Susan Ravenscroft was discovered deceased in her bed, and Edward Hall tragically fell off a bridge and drowned. Adding to this sequence of sorrowful events, Hall's daughter had taken her own life 3 weeks prior, and more recently, his son was accidentally drowned in the very stream where Edward Hall himself met his unfortunate end.